Hello, this is Will Faerber, and I'm here in beautiful Switzerland this morning with our very good friend and a very good friend of Art to Ride and Horses Everywhere, Krista Seiler, who's our very good friend, and she runs a foundation here called the Swiss Mobile Veterinary Clinic, correct?
Exactly.
Yes, and she has a foundation. Now what I am so excited about is she, just like myself, and I'm sure all of you out there, are very concerned about what our beautiful horses are going to do when we finally reach that point. Happily, with Art to Ride, our horses live to be very old and useful lives, but that's great. But someday they're all going to need a retirement someplace, and that's always a concern of mine. I know in California we're very limited on grass and this sort of thing. So my goal, and one of Krista's as well, is to help horses out in later life. So what I would like to do, she has a foundation, which is the Swiss Mobile Veterinary Clinic, of which I am going to become on the board of that with her, with the idea of what we want to do is create a foundation through this where we can provide a lovely and healthy end-of-life situation for older Art to Ride horses around the world. So what we're looking for, you know, we will be able to raise money through her foundation and this sort of thing in order to try to fund some of this as we go on. But I would love to see people around the world come up and say, hold their hand up like Krista has done here. Well, I could probably take a few horses. If you look around these beautiful hillsides here, you know, this is the kind of environment we'd love to see horses end their lives in. So this is our idea. I'd love to see people coming out of the woodworks all around the world who could say the same thing. Hey, I could have a couple of horses on my property, and this kind of thing. And hopefully we can come up with a way and a foundation where we can help some of these horses and a little bit of financial help for the people who, I know a lot of Art to Ride people, as well as they have good hearts, but finances have something to do with it too. A lot of our students rescue a lot of horses. A lot of our students are not people with big money, and you know, and they spend every penny they have trying to rescue the horses that they have and keep them as long as they can. And you know, I know we all have that in our minds. Well, what's going to happen when this horse is finally not able to work? And you know, I just can't stand the idea of people using these horses and then just putting them down just because, you know, they can't be necessarily ridden anymore, or it's time for them to have a retirement, right?
Exactly.
So I think we have the same goal, and hopefully all of you will share the same goal with us and help us as we begin to put this foundation together through the foundation that she already has in place, which means we don't have to go through all the process of all of that, because it's a very big deal to set up a foundation like this. So she already has it in place, so we'll be able to work through that and begin to help a lot of our, now we don't have a lot of that right now, but as Art to Ride goes on, there's going to be a lot more horses. Exactly. I mean, horses are going to get 30 years old and 35, and they're going to need a rest. So hopefully through this foundation we will be able to provide that. So please, if you have, if you're watching this and you have a pasture situation someplace where you could take a couple of horses, by all means let us know, and we'll begin to have a list of people like this as this begins to happen with people where they need these kind of homes. We can begin to provide them on a long-term care situation. Does that sound about right?
Excellent.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Swiss Mobile Vet Clinic.
Swiss Mobile Vet Clinic. Now she also does a lot of rescuing of horses in Portugal. Takes many veterinarians. That's what they do. They take these mobile veterinary clinics down to places like Portugal and really help the horses down there and give them their shots and wormings and teeth and whatever they may need. She rescues a lot of horses. So hopefully we'll see more of that around the world. So goodbye. We'll see you from Switzerland here. I'll see you all in Norway very soon for our retreat. See you then.